seconds remaining.
OG's turn to pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Imba Spirit.
You may now select your heroes. Prepare for battle.
Is normal going to be enough, though, to get this victory is the question, because it seems like there are good points coming out from both sides on that panel. What do you think, Jenkins?
I mean, they definitely have a way better shot at it this time. That last draft was pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a much better draft. You know, you've PA. Sure, the Phantom Strike can be dispelled, but you can play a lot around the daggers. You have a fairly strong lane. Puppy started with a Lightstone on Ancient Apparition. That's a build.
Not something that you typically see.
No, but with PA, I mean, it does make sense. Get that extra minus armor for the Stifling Dagger. PA is building into a Blightstone of her own eventually, though.
Now, I will say, if you have not had the chance to see Amar play Mars, you're in for a treat, my friend. Because we've got a lot, we've got a lot of comfort picks over here. So let's start over with Secret. We've seen Puppy play plenty of the Ancient Apparition. Smail is an absolute god on this Void Spirit. You got Nisha, who's, no stranger to PBA, and of course Ice, Ice, Ice. On that Pangolier, a little bit different than what he normally plays with it because the builds have changed. But over here we have, they talked about Taiga being, on this Dark Willow, being very, very popular. And of course we do have Amar on his signature Mars. Amar the Fighter, we'll go with this one.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, in the last game, he wasn't doing that much fighting because Secret was just avoiding him. It's like, run away.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that I have heard as a criticism, though, on him, is that when Amar has Arena up, at least in the previous DPC, he just runs at you because he's got Arena up, and a lot of times people will just dodge away from it because they know the second Amar shows up, he's going to want to fight. And they scatter.
It's a longer cooldown now, too, than it was before.
Right.
90-second cooldown used to be, like, super low, eventually scaling to be, like, a 60-second cooldown, so you just constantly Arena. We're playing a lot more around the spear now. So this is an interesting lane up here, because traditionally Monkey King's quite the TA counter, at the very least in the middle lane, so putting Monkey as a 4 against TA, I think will make Ice Ice Ice's game a lot easier. I would imagine he's probably going to go for a point to Jingu next on Yapzor. just to pressure here.
I'm just whacking away over here on Misha for the time being.
A little bit of support trading. Yeah, no camps to work with because Puppy did body block that, so YapzOr doesn't really have anything else to do other than just mess with this pull a bit.
He's finding ways to be annoying. Grabbing himself a nice observer ward on him.
Yeah, good read. I mean, sometimes you just get a feeling based on like how the support's positioning and moving around that like they have vision of you. It wasn't that obvious, but still he read that like Misha was playing a little bit too well up here around the vision.
Good intuition. Always, it can't be taught. You just have to have that feeling.
I mean, speaking of intuition, Sumail is, you know, historically one of the best intuition players in the entire game, especially when it comes to laning, but BZM's doing quite well here. It's easier with that flame card being so buffed. It's been buffed many times in the past few matches.
A little bit of that intuition like talking about, but I feel like this is just such a constant matchup that we see going on between the two Spirit brothers.
The old brothers. Yeah, that's a classic. I mean, I'm not really sure who wins this, because I feel like it goes either way. It's not really snowball-y either. Like, both heroes tend to get something.
I think it's going to be pretty quiet for now until they get some sort of rune opportunity or if somebody makes a rotation. But it's pretty hard to go and jump on these guys unless you punish them for being too aggressive, right? There's too many ways of getting away. Or after 6, rather.
Oh, the body block. Very nice.
Managed to stun up the monkey. Nice, it's a decent amount of damage. Just going to turn around, poke away over on Yuragi.
Denied.
It does feel like these two teams really not super aggressive early on. They kind of take their time, find their tempo. Down around Misha, this is looking like our first blood is going to go over to YapzOr. Still putting a little bit of damage over onto Yuragi, but aren't going to overcommit for it.
Unorthodox, but
For a dive, though, if they want.
YapzOr almost has his Orb of Corrosion from that kill, so it will be coming out. Actually, he has it now, fully completed. His courier, unfortunately, is like halfway to him, but he's sending it back. Get that Orb of Corrosion. You can pressure so hard with Monkey King once you have that item. 2 points in the Primal Spring, too. 40% move slow on top of that Orb of Corrosion. He could go mid and get active.
We are seeing the movement coming over to this area. You have a ward, though, in place. Way over.
He's just kind of securing the 4-minute rune because in a matchup like Ember Spirit versus Void Spirit, both of these heroes do so well with runes because you can shove out the lane, even pre-6.
BZM still manages to go and grab up the water rune. Go for a little bit of a dodge here. Put out some harass. See a rotation coming out here from Taiga. It's way over, but Sumail being able to grab his own water rune. You know, a bit of a wash here.
Doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of action mid. It's a Void Spirit, it's a Spirit matchup. So, you know, both of these heroes want all of the runes secured, especially the 6-minute rune. I think there's going to be like crazy action around that time. Mid and the side lanes are just going to be kind of, you know, chill.
That makes sense. That could be survivable. Misha again here, getting pounced. Gaps are going in. Ice still managing to grab that kill. And Yuragi just giving some of these clicks over to Ice. Be a little bit careful. A little bit of those the body blocks coming out. Yaps absolutely fine.
Ice is building into a Meteor Hammer. This is cool. This is a trend that I've been seeing a decent amount in the offlane. People go for Meteor Hammer on Mars, on Pangolier. These tanky offlaners can kind of get away with it because it lets you build into the propel, but it gives you some push. I think in this game, Secret has literally no push, so this is to make up for that.
That is a bit of a problem. Still a little light on the lockdown as well over on the side of Secret.
Yep, they want to chain stun with that roll. And when they have items on Void Spirit, that's definitely a lot of lockdown, but it costs something. A lot of heroes, like, you know, Lion, for example, doesn't...
It's not a freebie.
There's no cost to it. It's free, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a freebie at all. They're going to have to work towards it.
Usually with PA, you see a lot of, like, amplification on the other heroes in terms of the picks, you know, like Invoker, Alacrity, Magnus, and Power. But
Yeah,
in this
some
game,
sort of steroid, right?
yeah, some steroid. But in this game, they just think the PA is like really solid versus this OG draft. Perhaps based on the timings, like once you get that Deso BKB, then like TA just farms until that timing as well. So they're like, all right, well, PA's gonna beat that timing.
Getting a cheeky D ward. Yeah. Going to harass right back again. Has to be careful. BZM's here. As is some mail. Skip goes. Mail. Collect himself a kill. Yeah, so sitting very low though. BZM should be able to go and get himself a revenge kill. And like you said, around the 6-minute mark, you're gonna see some movement. Maybe not necessarily over vision, but there it is. Dragging back over onto BZM. Teleport comes out from Misha. He's got bottle service. Be able to bring BZM right back up again.
They both get bottle service.
Get bottle service.
Yeah. Classic spear matchup. Very good.
I feel like your mid player would be very angry if you did not provide that service.
Yeah, if the enemy guy gets it, it's like, I want what he's having.
Pretty much. CM's hunting over here. Not going to be able to really follow up, though. Yaps are, of course, staying nearby, making sure that they don't make any moves over on Smell.
Bubble from the void.
So this is an interesting lane. So I think at this 6 mark for Amar, nice rotation.
They want themselves a puppy. Looks like they're going to get it. First round doesn't even need to pop. Top lane, Rolling Thunder coming in hot, jumping over onto this TA. She's underneath the tower, Yoragi.
Is under
And
attack.
dodging around a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a sidestep there.
A little bit. And they weren't able to make too much out of it, seems.
Great for OG. I mean, that's the carry that's got 2 heroes pressuring her, and
That's the Rolling Thunder down too.
just doesn't care.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And this is why Ice is building into the Meteor Hammer, because
Radiant's top
in a
tower
kind of
is
passive
under
game like
attack.
this, where like, sure, you've team fight, you've kill threat, you need to actually earn an objective off of that to get the enemies to like run in and fight you. Because you can see there with that dive, it's like, the reason that Yoragi is able to just chill under the tower like that is and be super safe is because there's no pressure really. Sure, Monkey King can be annoying here, but without a rotation from Void Spear, like there's not going to be any kill threat here.
Dire are
I
scanning.
do like how they're taking care of the jungle over on their triangle for OG. We can see, you know, yep, so trying to keep an eye out, see if there's any sort of stacks going on, but it's not in the Radiant jungle, it's all in the triangle area. But that'll be very nice for Yoragi.
Oh, check out the illusion stacking.
Yeah. They're taking care of their jungle. It's
Member
important.
spirit.
It's very important. Puppy getting harassed a bit. Nisha is nearby though.
Radiant's
Taiga
courier
following
has
up.
been
Looks like Nisha's going to pay for this with his life. In fact, Puppy's going to be the one who gets the kill. But Rolling Thunder coming through his light as well. Mar getting taunted back. Rolling Thunder coming out. BZM getting holed up over on the side. Got that level 6 on Mar, but he hasn't opted for the arena. BZM needing to be careful. They are being able to lock him down sufficiently at this time. Taiga flying up over on the high area. Yeah, I'm going to Remnant out.
Radiant's
Bob
top
through
tower
again.
is under attack. Dire's middle tower
I
is
go
under
for a quick
attack.
D ward here. That's gonna be a trade. Smail sitting very low. Gonna be able to grab him in time. Trying to dodge. Yeah,
Dire's
still
middle tower
following. It's
is
a slow
under
chase.
attack.
He wants some. He's playing tag with his brother. Even using the big ball. Chase after Taiga though. Overstaying as well.
Taken out.
He will be slain. They're still chasing, by the way.
He's going
Look at him. He's got the high five. The taunt dragging him forward. PZM says, "Come back, brother. Let me give you a high five." And eventually he finds. That was a long chase.
Yeah.
That was absolutely ridiculous. BZM though, just kind of fighting against Nisha. He needs to be very careful. He's got the Remnant up too, so he can just run away. They don't have any other lockdown. Nisha. BZM doesn't have a lot of mana left though. That's a lot of heroes chasing after him. He wants his kill, but he's not going to be able to get it.
Radiant's
Ice
middle
will
tower
finally
is under
punish him.
attack.
That is an interesting camera position right at his mouse. Very good. Yeah, that was a bit of a nice bait from Nisha there. Just understanding that, you know, you're behind my tier 2, seeing that he's really low mana on the Ember Spirit, that like if he's going to use a slight to
Radiant's
try to get a
bottom
kill
tower
there, then
is under attack.
what that means is he can't Remnant out. So Just, yeah, good call to stand the ground there on Nisha.
I feel like that if that's a pub, you've got people yelling, he shouldn't be allowed to do this. Somebody
Radiant's
punish
bottom
him,
tower
right?
is
I
under
mean,
attack.
that's probably to
Radiant
a degree
structures
happening
are
in
fortified.
comms.
Right.
Even in this game, it's like,
Like he was allowed to just chase after Samil forever.
yeah.
He should not be allowed to do that and then just walk away.
Dire's
been
top
having a
tower
bit of a
is
rough
under
one in-
attack.
In both
Radiant's
games.
bottom tower
And
is
so
under
he's trying to get
attack.
back into the game by ganking, by being active.
I mean, that's one of the nice things about playing the spirits is that you do have
Radiant's
that option
middle
of being
tower
very
is
active
under
early
attack.
on and, you know, punishing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tower, though, does fall on the side of the Dire. So that Meteor Hammer picked up by Slice. And Nisha has made his own rotation. Middle lane, putting some pressure over on Smail again. There's one nearby.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Blaze follow up here, holding mid. The Fierce Bow coming out. Couple hits over on Smail.
Radiant
They have to
structures
go,
are
dodge
fortified.
away. Rolling Thunder coming in from my side. They just dip. That's Rolling
Dire's
Thunder being used to
structures
get.
are fortified.
Be able to go put a little stunning lock over onto Yuragi, but that's about it as they follow up. Misha ready with that disruption. Team zipping forward. They want to melt an ice cream cone. The top coming in. Oh, with the ice
Radiant's
blast.
middle tower is
Easy, he
falling.
does take some damage. Gonna back away. Puppy will fall.
Violator.
They take down the mid tower.
I think the most important part there is that mid tower. OG, we talked about Secret's ability to push the game, the fact that Ice is building a Meteor Hammer to make up for the fact that they can't push, but OG, it's the same thing. Like, their pushing is terrible as well. Like, their best pushing hero is their carry. It's a
Dire's
TA.
top tower
And
is
this hero's
under
not even that
attack.
good at pushing, at least at this point in the game, so the fact that they're able to take these two towers is extremely amazing for their game, especially because Mars, TA, and Ember can all flash farm like huge stacks, and they can consume massive amounts of the map because they can clear up creep waves as well. So getting that tower, very important for their game, but also not an easy thing to do with these heroes.
Big item timing here coming out from Amar. He does have himself a Blink Dagger. He's now picked up level 1 of the arena. So I think we'll see him starting to get a bit more active. So of course, scouting out the jungle, trying to get any information that he can. Nice. Go for the Rolling Thunder here, just trying to get away, maybe harass a bit, but mostly to escape, it seems.
Yeah, he keeps having to use the roll in ways that are not good for him. Like, he doesn't want to have to use it defensively there. He'd rather be like killing the TA, who's completely free farming in this game with the roll. The last is the only way to get out of a dodge.
Alas, indeed.
Lamar still has not used the arena.
Well, he just got that Blink Dagger. This is the reveal. The Fear right into the wall. A little bit of a combo. Does manage to dodge a little bit of that damage, but Amar cleans up on Nisha. The assassin not ready for that battle.
I like the Blink Dagger purchase. A lot of people on Mars go for the more
Dire's
collapsy
top
build
tower
of the
is under attack.
armlet BKB. You play as this like frontlining, like tanking kind of more core hero,
I
but
like that that's an adjective now.
absolutely.
The collapsey style.
But in this game, to kill a Void Spirit,
Smail?
apparently you almost
Ooh, that was close.
you can just right click on the TA, but to kill a hero like Void Spirit or Pango or PA, all of these heroes have some way of getting out of the arena, so you need to jump in.
Bedlam into place, follow up. Dead Ice Slice Ice. They managed to grab themselves the apps over here too. Not sure if they're going to try to make some moves. Oh yeah, of course they are. Mars here, BZM's here. The whole gang for the most part. And that's a kill for BZM.
Right in front of the Roche with a TA on your team. who
And as it
just
does so.
picked up the Destiny. They're going for more though.
They are going for more. They'll find themselves another threat here. It's not looking good. Ice Blast comes in, just gonna sidestep away. BZM hot on the heels of Nisha. He wants his kill. And
These foes.
be able to find it. Misha. Final hit. Rolling Thunder. They're playing over on the That's a big melt strike coming out from Yuragi. They get the dodge the mail. And then looking to get Ice too. But they're all fighting in the middle of this Rukok's command. Rolling Thunder again though. Ice hoping to get some more damage out. Goes lands over on Nisha. Trying to protect him. Both trying to use that Meteor Hammer. They get the kill on Ice. They'll find a kill on Yapsor. Oh gee, several of their heroes sitting very, very low, but they're allowed to walk away from this engagement, and they're gonna head over to the Roche pit, it looks like.
This is a bigger stomp than last game, and Team Secret does not have the Pudge excuse this time. Like, this is just OG completely showing up and correcting anybody who thought that they would be questionable. Apparently, Yuragi's ranked 4 on the European leaderboards, by the way.
Nice.
So it's hard to find information on this guy online other than the fact that he's just some insanely good pub star.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, that's the story. Like, some of the most popular and most successful stories of OG were just pub stars. Tops and Anna, you know, these guys, they just kind of showed up one day.
They've got the formula. They really do.
So Yuragi, learn the name. Learn the name, because this kid's gonna be big. God, I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, I'm sure. We'll
Radiant's
get trolled
top
like
tower is under
Lacoste the
attack.
other day with Rame. Smoke play coming out from Secret, though. They want to take control of their jungle. They are not happy about this, but there's no one home right now.
OG seems to know. The way
Moving,
that they
though.
were,
Yeah, look at the way that they're moving.
the way that they were like standing on the high ground there, it's like they
Well, by themselves on an Emperor Spear, but Mars here is on the flight over. Big Ice Lady coming in hot, will go and land on several balls. Speedy here for the Spear Smoke comes up to him. He's not allowed to participate in this fight at all. Yatzer is going to be the next one to go down. Ice just running away. Oh dear, that is not how Team Secret wanted that to go at all.
OG, they could possibly go Roche, but in both games they were a little hesitant towards taking objectives, and it seemed like they would rather be around the objective and then force a fight outside of it. So we'll see if they do that here. It looks like they're going pretty fully here.
I mean, they know that they have this opening, right? You don't have that rolling thunder over on the Pango. Even if they got there in time, you know, most you could do is maybe a cheat to try to, you know, steal an Aegis, but...
Sure, and then Ice Blast as well. It's on cooldown still because of this nerf to it, like this was the previous.
Oh, another find here for Omar, the fighter.
You'd still be dead, but you would have Ice Blast on cooldown.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Structures are fortified.
That's annoying. That's
So
always so annoying.
The amount of channel time, too. You're just like, oh, no.
Radiant's
put a
middle
lot of
tower
effort into
is under
that.
attack.
Yaps are continuing to try to just get as much information as possible for his team. The value points of Monkey in this support position. But not much that he can do.
Now, they would need to have him plus Void Spirit plus an Ice Blast
Yeah.
to... I'm not even sure if that kills a TA with how farmed he is. He's got an Aghanim Scepter fully completed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So oh no, it's almost completed.
there.
So he's going to have this crazy ability to just farm the entire
Did
map.
Misha just stack
The enemy ancients? Yeah, I mean, sure, because
Radiant
they're
structures
they're in control,
are
of course.
fortified.
controlling that area. Yeah, it's
I heard that sound and I was like, oh man, that's... I feel like that
Radiant's
adds
top
insult to
tower
injury
is
sometimes when you see the enemy team that's
It does.
stacking your own ancients for themselves, to help themselves.
because it's just like maximally greedy. So knowing that the enemy team can do
Radiant's
something
top
that's
tower
this
is
greedy
under
against you and
attack.
get away with it it hurts.
All right, we've got the psionic projection online here. Get out of here. Lots of neutral items being found in that camp as well.
My path leads to riches.
Mars got his full BKB as well.
I don't think I've seen Sumail this poor in a long time.
These games have both been really rough from him. So I see a lot of people criticizing his like mid again, you know, not being careful.
Looking like a dead ice, and some big old melt strike here coming out from Yoragi. Careful too, Yasser does show us some pin over to the wall, and BZM swoops on in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A nice little tip for my
Radiant
a teammate
structures
there.
are fortified.
BKB
Radiant's
completed now
top
for
tower
Amar.
is under
How do you
attack.
stop this guy?
PA needs to be huge, but he just picked up his Battle Fury on Nisha, so not exactly there yet. Needs to get that 3-item timing of the Deso plus the BKB on top of the Battle Fury.
There's so many things that he needs to get still. OG really just creating this tempo and forcing Secret to play along with it.
And yeah, and the way that they do that is like with the Ember being able to globally clear all of these creep waves, TA as well as with a Sonic projection, so they can play like so many areas of the map and destroy points.
Nice running into the fight here. Smail also looks like he just wants to back off, not feeling super comfortable. We'll land that meteor hammer though over onto Misha. Perhaps he can find this kill. One more hit, yep. Smail gets the last hit, and Nice will pay for it though. With his life. They'll find themselves a little bit more. The head's over here. Nice kill from Smail. He's gonna get into place, have to ask for step away. Yapster though, dropping the Wukong's command, trying to slow them down, trying to allow them to move away from danger. Yapster in just a really cautious situation though will end up falling.
Cool play from Ice to start that off, the Meteor Hammer with the Rolling Thunder. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Radiant's middle
Usually
tower
that Meteor
is
Hammer
under
on
attack.
Tango is just to pressure towers, because the hero's so good at fighting, so that was pretty funny, but it's all really riding on PA. Maybe if they hit some timing on Void Spirit with Aghanim Scepter, they might have enough damage to kill a core on OG, but for now, it really doesn't seem like their heroes, like, press all of your nukes on Amar, like, he's not gonna die.
This
Press all of
should
your
make my
nukes on
life
these other
easier.
two cores, they're not gonna die. It's hilarious to see this, like, BZM, despite having such a good game, has less net worth than Amar, because he's just been so incredibly active that he's not farming. He's only clearing waves if it's convenient for his team, and he's getting kills. He's helping get kills, but he's not exactly like popping off in terms of net worth. He's kind of a support mid laner right now.
I mean, even the supports are very difficult to kill, and we had that issue in the last game, right? We had very tanky supports coming out for the side of OG with the Nyx Assassin, with the Jakiro, but in this case, this time, you have a save over on your Shadow Demon. You have, you know, the Shadow Realm or your Willow. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
They've made it so that they're very survivable, they're very hard to get your hands on, and you need very specific tools to be able to hold them into place. Granted, you know, you do have that option with some of the kit that comes out from Void Spirit, but it just feels like Secret has a lot of pieces that need to fit exactly together to make things work. Again, they're gonna try to make something happen over on the Ice Glass will connect. Just gonna slip away though. Shadow Realm on the Willow. They'll move out, and Yaragi's here. That was a timeout. He finds some mail as they pin him over to the tree. Amar's still hunting, still blinking, looking for whatever he can find. And a gank just gone wrong for the side of Secret.
Yeah, it's like this is probably going to be Nisha that needs to start getting involved in these ganks. I mean, obviously you can't do that right now because he's a PA with the Battle Fury.
Radiant's top
but
tower.
it's getting to the point where you're not going to have damage
Dire's
without the
middle
PA.
tower is under attack.
This is going to be a sacrifice to the God of War, I have a feeling, as, okay, Amar just backing off for a moment. It's like, all right, Misha, get your stuff down on him. Go blink forward. Gonna try to get the... No, I can't.
That's
Sacrifice.
Amar's building into Satanic as well, so he's going for... Like, he started out being this kind of supporty off laner who's going to be running around and starting those fights for his team, but now he's like, all right, we'll pop it on. It's farm everything.
Radiant's
He's farming
middle
Ice
tower
in the
is
top
under
lane. So
Literally.
why not also build a Satanic?
Feels a little like a pub when you say it like that, you know? Like, oh, my team's doing so well, I can also build.
I think that's what good off laners do. Right? It's
Are scanning.
Yeah, Absorb. Ooh.
close.
Very close. It just singed them.
Oh, he got him.
He got him with the arena. They found him. Knock him down. Try to shove him into the arena. Doesn't even need to.
Your loud mouth.
That's one of the more
Little
frustrating
to the
things playing against
imagination.
Mars as Monkey King is like, you're out of the arena, he pops it, you're like, I'm fine, but then it destroys trees in like a much bigger circle
Yes.
than the actual arena. Just because it looks cool. I'm sure that's why it was like first added like that.
And look at this here. And then Amar just right on the cusp of it.
Like, look how far that goes.
It's a lot. That's actually a lot of
It's way
things.
bigger than you would.
Yeah. Nisha continues to farm as fast as possible here. Does have the BKB. A little bit more survival, but I'm concerned about the physical damage coming out from Yoragi. Like, look at this.
Yeah, he's almost got the MKB. Problem with like TA versus PA is, sure, if they're on perfectly equal footing, probably PA will like dumpster a TA. If she can kill through the refractions, you get one crit. That's like enough to like one-shot a TA. But the problem is like PA does not farm anywhere near as quickly as a T. God, there's so many A's. Templar assassin farms quickly.
There's a lot of assassins in this game.
There's too many assassins.
To be fair, but no, exactly. It's one of those things where, you know, TA has this built into her kit with the side blade splash, whereas a PA does need an item to unlock the full potential.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, look at how fast they back off immediately. Top lane. Ice. He's gonna just roll up here, gonna try and put some damage out. Again, using the Yules. Still not letting him do well. He does fall here to Nisha. BKB does get pounced. He's gonna teleport away. Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
How close was that?
He died in Fountain.
He died and found to Misha.
Yeah.
Look at Misha's face. Look at that. Smile. That's a shit Ingrid right there.
He got solo kill XP for that there in gold. Like, hell yeah. That's the dream as a support. Remember, he's the 5, and he's... Well, not that much more network than his 4, but...
It still feels good,
as
though.
a 5, that still feels good.
As a 5,
It's a
to
double.
kill the Phantom Assassin, usually
Yeah.
you're the one being
Radiant's
hunted
top
on.
Oh yeah,
is
you'll
under
take it.
attack.
You'll take it.
We
for
take
sure.
those. That's a W.
Yep.
All right, more neutral items getting dropped. See any? What would you like to see for Secret right now? Because I do feel like they're backed up against the wall a little bit. By a Marp, basically.
My God. I mean, it's
That wall.
tough. It is tough because I feel like the answer in a situation like this on old PA would be Rapier, and then you just like you get this power spike where no matter how far behind you are, you can still like one-shot people and win the game. But Rapier just isn't what it used to be. TA, which people are not applying.
They lock down BC. He's got the BKB. He's just out. Just out. I was referring more towards the neutral items.
Oh, the neutral
but,
items.
Well, that's also a good, fair point.
Let me see. What can we get? I mean, there's not much that's like super game-changing at this point, to be honest.
Truth is all
I wasn't
Radiant's
sure if there
middle
was something you
tower
felt was
is under
particularly
attack.
Not with these heroes, really. It's tough.
This game just got so much harder for Nisha. We have an MKB completed now on Yoragi.
Yep, and also the Enchanted Quiver, so that's a guaranteed hit on that one.
Oh.
So the Meld Strike, 100% guaranteed to hit. Which, that's the
That's
big
scary.
hit. That's the big
That's
hit.
the big one. Find themselves a Monkey King. Yeah, Absurd just gets blown up. Godlike Yoragi. And I feel like they're thinking about this Roche now. They've got a lot of traps.
You know, I was saying how Rapier is this, like, big item that you can get that can't swing the game. I do feel that Asher, to a degree, is that it's one smaller.
That's a silence, and that's a very dead Misha. Nice pick off here from Samil. His brothers here. They use the Yule, throw him up in the air, but Yoragi also turning up. Do they have something canceled? Yes, they do! That's another kill for the TA.
That Meld Strike does a disgusting amount of damage right now with the Enchanted Quiver.
That's just a dead pup. Everywhere you look, this app, Yoragi's just there. Amar getting into position, wants to just finish up over. Can they? Yeah, that's a triple kill now for Yoragi. He wants more. He wants ice, big Meld Strike. Is he gonna be able to get over there fast enough in time? No, it pops BKB. Nisha, forced to flee.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Amar wants this
He's
though.
looking. Oh, he's
he
got a
wants
Shadow
it.
Blade.
He's got a Shadow Blade.
That's cool. I mean, it's just for pickoffs. Like, OG knows that they can consume this entire map, and all they have to do is like make sure if Secret gets out, and they get into like a farming position, that they can kill them and stop that from happening. Yeah, actually, I probably you're on that.
Sean
There's
has
a lot of
fallen
traps.
to the dot. Forever.
May as well make him silence. Then he can have some kill threat on the 3 cores on Secret, who can
Because he
always
doesn't
jump
have
away.
kill threat already.
Well, as if he didn't have enough, but it's like
It makes it much scarier.
it's very scary playing against a TA that can silence you.
Well, especially like when you think about the weaknesses of a Void Spirit or a Pango. If they can't get their spells up. Yeah, so it's on the Atos. If they can get a pick up and are they trapped in there with you or are you trapped in there with Ash, sir? They get the kill. Ice Blast does take down Misha. Maybe coming out from Mount Taiga, starting to roll up. Yoragi's here though. The Terrorize spell will land over onto Samael. It's a lot of damage. They'll take him out. And they'll turn their attention over to the
service
So happens to have a Cardi Wave.
Radiant's
So,
middle tower is under
early
attack.
game, there was not that great tower push from OG. At this point, a TA can easily
Dire's bottom
take your
tower
towers,
is under
but
attack.
mostly because of the range. Of course, the Desert
Dire
helps out
are
too.
scanning.
But there's a definite threat if you're a secret that like you can't just leave your high ground defenseless. Like Puppy is gonna sit here defending it until he dies to Amar.
Until he dies to Amar. Because here's the follow-up though from BZM. This could be the death of Amar. Amar the friendly says he just gets left high and dry here. BZM saying, yeah, I think you're getting a little bit too excited here, my friend. But Bottle's switched over to Yuragi. There's a double damage rune available. And if you thought Yuragi hurt already, this guy, I think he can one-shot them. One of them, at least.
Yeah, he definitely can. He definitely can. I mean, that Melt Strike already does like 1,500 damage or something with the DD. It's even more.
Silly damage.
That play from Amar, to be honest, when I hear like, oh, like 16-year-old kid playing Dota, I think of things like that, where he just does this crazy thing right in front of the base, like just so ballsy, and then dies, but
just paying the damage.
He's all chatting it. I didn't know you could all chat that.
I think he probably copied it, just pasted it.
No, dude, he all chat. I think he like he's all clicking. Yeah, he's all clicking it or something.
Oh, that's a they're going in. Misha having the preparation here. BZM having the BKB. Rocky trying to the damage. He's got so much answer. He will fall. And the hunt is on. They want more. Can they get anyone? The Puppy left behind will get held into place. Look at this long-range damage. Has to use a Ghost Scepter to try to survive. He's going to be able to do it? No, he's not. BZM says, you're not getting out of here alive.
Well, they only lose the supports on Secret. But still, seeing a TA one-shot your Monkey King doesn't feel that great.
He is a support.
Yes.
To be fair.
True. I believe it. There's
yes, look how terrifying. Oh,
that is frightening.
disgusting amounts of damage. Now we talk about old rapier.
Yeah.
Feels like a level here. Eye on Yaps are hopping down. There is a huge fight going on in the base here. Yaps are hiding over on the tree line. Heading back and moves on. So Tyga does fall. Yaps are also to fall well. Those disarm procs have to feel so good. BZM does take a little bit of damage, but the follow-up is there. Nisha the popping the BKB. Nice disruption. Nisha trying to run away. He buyback, but Nisha, he will fall. No buyback over on Phantom Assassin. Bell's coming back in. Ice. Rolling it. Looks like he's gliding on the screen. Meteor Hammer. Can they get Yuragi? Can they do enough damage? He'll pin over to the wall. Misha's here. Throwing out some of that damage. Yes, they'll take down Puppy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They have 3 heroes.
Radiant structures are
Knocked
fortified.
down on the side of Secret. You have the Monkey King about to come back up again.
Radiant's top tower is
It
under
feels
attack.
very difficult for Secret to force him out of the space. Try back now on the ancient apparition. They're smoked up looking for the
Radiant's
angle.
top tower is fortified.
Nagi getting disarmed again. Balance just clipping over on the side. Sorry, that's going to be the Aegis. Amar getting its position. Throwing out. They want to follow up. Do they commit for this, Yuragi? Backing off a bit. They don't have Taiga. Like about to respawn.
So you keep pushing. Pia's dead.
Yay is still dead.
There's a very big lack of damage for
Radiant's
Secret.
top barracks
So this is not a bad push. I feel like you probably back
Radiant's
up after
top
this just because you
barracks are
have
under attack.
6,000 unspent gold on your TA.
Radiant's top
Buy something. I mean, Daedalus,
Treat
Rapier.
yourself.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
He's bougie now. Yeah, you can. So he's buying the eggs consumable, and then he's getting a Daedalus. Okay, and another double damage.
And another DD. Yuragi prayed to RNGesus this morning, or maybe Mr. Frog, I don't know.
Gaben.
More Gaben, less Gaben.
Bless me today. Double damage rune.
Secret. Smoking. Hoping to gain some control again. You can see they've dropped a couple wards, trying to get any sort of information, trying to see maybe someone will get caught out. At this point, I feel like a pickoff is their best hope. Try to vault themselves.
Yeah,
back into the game.
their like dream pickoff here would be catch the TA when she's out pushing the map with her traps. And I think they can chain stun her and kill her with the PA damage and Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. Oh geez. I mean, they sniffed this out entirely. They see
yes.
the courier.
Yes, they did. Yeah, so,
Dyer's courier has
well,
been
there was a
killed.
monkey there.
Dyer's
Get a couple courier kills.
has been killed.
Consolation prize.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah. Oh, Nisha, though, spotting out. Ice rolling on through the fear Too much damage.
Yep, just casually drops the bottles. I don't have time for this. I'm a core player. I have 30,000 net worth.
But I will take that bottle back should a double dip
Yes,
here
of
again.
course. For that
Classic.
juicy rune. That is the only stance. Full dataless if Yuraki wants it.
What a bounty!
Saving buyback though.
See, that is a discipline move right there. I would say, you know, I think young Dota player, I think, oh, we're winning. I can buy this item. I don't need buyback.
Yeah, these guys seem to have like the good aspects.
Yeah, they just obliterate Nisha down for 84 seconds. Yapsor next, he's just blown up. They call GG. They've had enough from the young guns here. Beautiful game from Yuragi. 20-0 and 9. Put some respect on that name. Let's go.
I mean, just stops from OG, and I don't want to just blame, like, you know, first game, you really get baited to blame Secret's draft because they had a pudge. And